Travel alert, using the road, you travel northeast, taking 10 minutes to arrive. Stepping off the bridge, you enter another section of the city, the Kathaleen Power District. The buildings here are all a bit older and more regal, signifying the importance of this district. In the distance, you can see two large structures, a massive stone tower to the northeast and a tall, proud, white church just east of that. To get to either of those two locations, however, you will need to pass through the majority of the power district before you. The simple sign here informs you that the business district lies on the other side of the river to the south. The road here leads north into the Kathaleen Power District. You can also proceed southwest over the bridge and back into the city's business district as well. GM note, you can hire up to 2 henchmen into your party, for 100 gold per level. Travel alert, using the road, you travel northwest, taking 10 minutes to arrive. This larger building is decorated with armor, weapons, and all the instruments of combat. A tall warrior in gleaming plate mail hails you from a nearby receiving area, and asks whether you've come to recruit a new fighter or fighter magic user henchman into your adventuring party, providing you can pay the 100 gold piece fee. Travel alert, using the path, you travel northeast, taking 10 minutes to arrive. You have just entered what appears to be a surprisingly stocked and resourceful library. Thousands of books, tomes, and manuscripts crowd the wooden shelves all around the massive chamber, obviously providing many places to conduct topical investigation and research regarding the country of Pirapa. Moments later, the chief librarian steps to you and inquires, obviously not about to let you just pass without some sort of financial gift. GM note, Janet lost 1 gold piece. The chief librarian acknowledges your donation and motions you forward. I see you are new to Kathaleen, the chief librarian adds as you step past her. I am not allowed to outright tell you anything, it's not my place. But there are several subjects I recommend that you research. GM note, your quest log has been updated. Click the quests button for all the details. You ask the chief librarian to continue. Naturally, you will want to learn more about our country of Pirapa and the history of Kathaleen. But you should also research the Sisland Church, the Lyfeshard, and the Inner Circle, all of which are players in the game you're joining. My final advice is to learn what you can about Representative Sandaria and her brief but wildly unpopular rule here within Kathaleen. The whole of the library is open to you. Feel free to research any country-specific lore topic you wish. Select from the Research Lore drop-down. An hour passes, the library yields results. Kathaleen, the capital city of Pirapa. Kathaleen is an old and proud location with a rich and intriguing history. Over the past few years, however, Kathaleen has suffered from not 1 but 2 invasions of undead, horrific events that have touched everyone within the city. The first set of attacks was supposedly led by the Inner Circle representative Sandaria, who was eventually burned alive for her treason against the city. The second set of attacks have occurred only recently, led by the mysterious Angel of Death. An hour passes, the library yields results. Lyfeshard, a fragment of the all-powerful life star that Sisla the Deliverer used to defeat the corrupts and end the Age of Damnation about 1,000 years ago. The Pirapan Lyfeshard has remained in the capital city of Kathaleen for the past 5 centuries, supposedly protecting the city with its nearly limitless power. Like Sisla herself, only the most pious and pure of heart can tap the energies of the life star. An hour passes, the library yields results. Mutant sighting, a few have recently reported the sighting of a mutant priestess within Kathaleen, apparently asking questions about something. A bitter enemy of the Sislan way, she stayed clear of the clergy and instead seemed only interested in visitors and adventurers. An hour passes, the library yields results. Quest for the Lyfeshard. A small party of adventurers were recently recruited by Lord Robert to track down the Lyfeshard and return it to Kathaleen. These heroes were last seen following a small path southeast in the direction of the dreaded Evilroot Forest. An hour passes, the library yields results. Sandaria, a truistic with the powerful but rigid inner circle, Sandaria was appointed to oversee Pirapa several years ago. While some felt that her heart was in the right place, she almost immediately began to implement a series of radical reforms within the country, reforms that many felt went too far. Soon thereafter, the Sislan Way discovered that Sandaria had created a large army of undead to attack the capital city of Kathaleen, and with little public resistance she was captured and burned at the stake for her treachery. GM note, you can hire up to 2 henchmen into your party, for 100 gold per level. Travel alert, using the path, you travel north, taking 5 minutes to arrive. This place appears almost totally underground and is filled with all manner of tricks, traps and murals depicting the seedier side of the world. Almost out of nowhere a clever thief silently appears and asks whether you've come to recruit a new thief into your adventuring party, providing you can pay the initial 100 gold piece entry fee. GM note, Janet lost 20 platinum pieces. The clever thief deposits your fee into a nearby safe. He then sends an assistant to see if there are any thieves or magic user thieves available within the guild for you to recruit. Provided you don't already have more than 1 henchman in your party, you're free to recruit one, assuming there are still a few available. Welcome Barthol to your party. Barthol is a level 1 thief and takes his place at your side. Click his profile to learn about him. Travel alert, using the road, you travel northwest, taking 10 minutes to arrive. Looking west, you can see that the road before you leads into a heavily populated section of the city, hundreds of buildings and dozens of city streets where roughly half of the people of Kathaleen live. Given that you're not here to visit anyone within the capital's western residential district, however, you have no reason to continue west past this point. A sign here confirms that the Kathaleen residential district lies beyond, a location you don't need to explore. The road here leads to the southeast back into the city. Travel alert, returning to the city library, you take 20 minutes to arrive. Travel alert, using the road, you travel southwest, taking 10 minutes to arrive. The town hall is large and open, well lit, clean and organized. A variety of tables and chairs rest near the center of the chamber. Several officials and townspeople congregated there. You suspect there is valuable information here to be heard if you initiate a conversation. Yes, you helped defend the main gate during the last undead attack. One of the officials responds to your request to talk. Your deed is already well known throughout Kathaleen. In fact, Lord Robert has requested your presence. You should go to the power tower at once. However, the official sighs before continuing the conversation, hurt by the imminent news. However, know that the Angel of Death and her monsters have taken our beloved Lyfeshard. It is lost. Without the shard, our city is all but defenseless and it's only a matter of time before we're destroyed. Lord Robert can tell you more, go see him at once at the power tower. The official seems to want to tell you more. Let's do an empathy check on your hero and see what happens. Needing a 12 or less from Janet, a 1 was rolled. Success. GM note, your quest log has been updated. Click the quests button for all the details. Our supreme healer priest Jepin Nor bravely defended the Sislan church, but the undead were too overwhelming and the Lyfeshard was taken, the official adds, almost about to cry. We must get our relic back, and we think Lord Robert wants you to go and do it. You can feel the pain of these city officials in their time of need and you further strengthen your resolve to help. The city officials have had their say. There is little more you can learn from them. GM note, you can hire up to 2 henchmen into your party, for 100 gold per level. Travel alert, using the road, you travel east, taking 10 minutes to arrive. This large temple is decorated with rich tapestries, holy symbols, and a variety of other religious artifacts, an obvious structure dedicated to the local seminary. A devout priest dressed in flowing red robes approaches you from a nearby altar and asks whether you've come to recruit a new cleric henchman into your party, providing you can pay the initial 100 gold piece donation. Travel alert, using the path, you travel east, taking 15 minutes to arrive. This small brick building is closed and locked, obviously intended to incarcerate those who have violated local laws. It may or may not be occupied, but given that it's magically sealed you won't be finding out what's inside anytime soon. GM note, you can hire up to 2 henchmen into your party, for 100. GM note, you can hire up to 2 henchmen into your party, for 100 gold per level. Travel alert, using the road, you travel northwest, taking 15 minutes to arrive. This bizarre stone tower has typical furnishings while the walls are adorned with dozens of old paintings of great wizards and their deeds. A very elderly sorceress glides gently toward you from the stairway beyond and asks whether you've come to recruit a new wizard henchman into your adventuring party, providing you can pay the initial 100 gold piece entry fee. Travel alert, using the road, you travel northeast, taking 15 minutes to arrive. The vast and magnificent construction before you is quiet, serene, and enchantingly beautiful, and you definitely feel a strong sense of acceptance and security within this place. Hundreds of candles burn all around within this spiritual sanctuary, providing a warm glow that covers and pervades the area. A middle-aged Sislan priest steps forward moments later, bids you welcome and asks for the customary monetary donation of 2 gold coins before performing any needed cleric services. GM note, Janet lost 1 platinum piece, change made is 3 gold pieces. Taking your donation, several Sislan priests bow to you in respect. In the center of the Grand Temple you spy an obviously disturbed area, a location that once certainly held something of tremendous value. Alas, our sacred relic the Lyfeshard has been taken by the Angel of Death and her undead army, a nearby cleric confesses, his heart clearly scarred. We did all we could to keep the monsters away, but the most powerful artifact in all of Pirapa has been taken. I pray to Sisla that you are the ones destined to reclaim it. We know where the Angel of Death has taken our most prized artifact. Standing there is Jepin Nor, the supreme healer priest of the Sislan Way and the most powerful cleric within all of Pirapa. Large, burly, and crass, Jepin Nor recognizes your adventurer status and has come to initiate his own conversation. The Angel of Death abides deep within the Evilroot Forest to the southeast, continues Jepin Nor, his hatred for her quite obvious. Why she stole the artifact is anyone's guess, but we must regain the Lyfeshard immediately, or else. GM note, your quest log has been updated. Click the quests button for all the details. I thought the Lyfeshard is all-powerful, why didn't you use it to defend yourselves? Redfern queries, catching Jepin Nor by surprise. The cleric sneers, taking the comment personally. There wasn't enough time to invoke its supreme power, Nor replies in a low voice. But you seem worthy of the quest, speak to Lord Robert and accept the challenge to reclaim our glorious shard. Jepin Nor now impatiently awaits for proof that you've spoken to Lord Robert about the quest to return the Lyfeshard. Until you give him something specific, he will no longer talk to you. Travel alert, using the path, you travel northwest, taking 10 minutes to arrive, having been led through several regal halls and observed by countless guards of this governmental tower, you now stand within the ornate and stately palace chamber directly across from Lord Robert, the heroic fighter you met during the battle with the undead at the main gate, and who seems very interested in speaking with you. You've come, Lord Robert begins, expecting you but relieved you've actually arrived. First, you must have questions. What can I answer for you? Choose an option. Tell us about yourself. What's this Aslan Lyfeshard? Who's this angel of death? I am Lord Robert, put upon the throne nearly a year ago by the Aslan Church after the betrayal of the former Inner Circle representative Sandaria here in Kathaleen. I've lived here all my life and know the country well, and I would gladly lay down my life to protect the citizenry here. Unfortunately, the theft of the Lyfeshard and its recovery goes well beyond what I can do for the people by myself. Anyway, I want to first congratulate you for your bold stand at the gate. I am not sure we could have repelled the monsters there without you, Robert states with a smile. All of you have my thanks. GM note, your quest log has been updated. Click the quests button for all the details, and with that, Robert nods to one of his trusted guards, and he in turn hands you a modest sack, a total of 100 gold pieces. Congratulations on completing the Share of Troubles quest. Each hero earns 125 experience points. Janet has gained a new energy level and receives 5 new hit points and 1 new spell. Click the spells button to assign the new spell. Gold. Each hero receives 25 gold pieces. There is more where that came from, the Kathaleen Lord continues. Without the Lyfeshard to protect us, the Angel of Death and her undead army will quickly kill us all. You've already proven yourselves. Will you quest for the Lyfeshard and return it safely back to us? In return, we will reward you tenfold, and throw in a powerful magical item as well. What say you? Choose an option, but we have no chance in this. Of course, Lord Robert? Only with additional help? Exactly the words you came to hear. You gladly accept Lord Robert's quest. Redfern seems equally as excited about the new quest, but Ariana appears concerned, the young elf not sure what to think. The stately lord then approaches you, handing you a small yet ornate scroll tube. Defeat the Angel of Death and return our Lyfeshard and we will reward you with 1,000 gold pieces, along with a powerful magical item. Of course, you can keep anything you find along the way. Take this seal to Jepin Nor at the Aslan Church to prove that you have spoken to me and have officially accepted our quest. Choose an option. Anything else? All of you saw the fireballs launched at us by the Angel of Death. Fireball is a 3rd level magic user spell, so you will be dealing with a sorceress of at least 5th level, likely higher. Your only chance to defeat her is with stealth and surprise. If she knows you're coming, she will destroy you. Lord Robert lets his advice sink in for a moment, then pats you on the shoulder before turning back toward his throne. As he steps away, your heroes look to you with concern. Robert's advice was intimidating and they could use a little encouragement. Needing a 10 or less from Janet, a 17 was rolled. Failure, you try giving a little pep talk to your heroes, but unfortunately it does not go well and they further wonder whether they have any real chance against this angel of death. Lord Robert awaits for the Lyfeshard you've been asked to retrieve. Nothing more will be said until you've returned with the artifact. Travel alert, using the path, you travel southeast, taking 10 minutes to arrive. Jepin Nor now impatiently awaits for proof that you've spoken to Lord Robert about the quest to return the Lyfeshard. Until you give him something specific, he will no longer talk to you. Janet offers uses the seal of Lord Robert and loses it from her inventory. You show the seal of Lord Robert to Jepin Nor and he nods affirmatively, hailing for a specific cleric from the group of priests standing near the altar 50 feet away. A tall, handsome, and quite devout cleric steps to you, introducing himself as Sainadius. Jepin Nor softly taps his chest twice in respect and then turns back to you alongside Sainadius. This is Sainadius, my best cleric and staunch defender of the Lyfeshard. He knows how to find the relic, so welcome him into your adventuring party. Welcome Sainadius to your party. Sainadius is a level 2 cleric and takes his place at your side. Click his profile to learn about him. For a moment, Sainadius looks utterly shocked, he clearly was not expecting to be asked to quest for the Lyfeshard with you. The brave cleric quickly regains his composure, however, and steps behind you, accepting the challenge, and his fate with surprising dignity and grace. A collection of clerics then assembles around you, mumbling something about embracing the healing spirit of Sisla. While you will be able to return to this temple in the future to purchase healing and recovery services, apparently an initial healing is on the house. You feel the healing energies of the clerics penetrate and soothe away your wounds, and moments later find yourselves completely healed. Feeling a bit better, you nod to Jepin Nor, grateful for the kind gesture. Jepin Nor nods his head in return before sending you on your way. Then go and quest for the Lyfeshard, and do not return until you have recovered the artifact from the Angel of Death and destroyed her as well. I expect to see all of you safe and sound within a few days. We will not fail, Sainadius states, his tone a mix of heroism, shock, and cynicism. GM note, your quest log has been updated. Click the quests button for all the details, you then turn and depart the church. The quest to defeat the Angel of Death and recover the Lyfeshard now officially begun. Hint, you can now leave Kathaleen through the main gate near the southern border of the city and travel southeast toward the Evilroot Forest. An elderly cleric and several acolytes await further requests for their healing and restorative services. Travel alert, using the path. You travel north, taking 5 minutes to arrive, situated just east of the Kathaleen Power Tower and the Grand Sislan Church to the south. This large open area rises perhaps 20 feet atop a modest hill. Dominating the top of the hill is a tall wooden pole, heavy chains hanging from its very top and moving slightly in the breeze. Clearly the area is used for burning something, Redfern quickly confirming its macabre use. They do executions here, Janet, the wizard begins, appalled. If you do something really terrible here in Kathaleen, this is where they burn you alive. Choose an option. How often are the executions? Justice is severe sometimes, that's truly horrific. Your heroes all agree, clearly not interested in remaining long in this area. and you wonder what sort of crime could possibly warrant such a terrible death. The last execution here was that of Sandaria, the former Inner Circle representative who briefly ruled Kathaleen a few years ago. Redfern continues, staring ahead as if he were still watching the spectacle. From what I remember, she was the one behind the original undead attacks a year ago, unleashing them upon the very city she was sworn to protect. The Sislanway uncovered her treachery and had her burned at the stake for her crimes. Choose an option. How did the Circle respond? Serves her right? The Church did that. While there has been bad blood between the Circle and the Church for centuries, executing Sandaria did seem to cross the line, Redfern comments. In retaliation, the Circle withdrew its protection of Pyrepa. But what would motivate a Circle wizard to attack her own people like that? Ariana asks. I thought Circle members are truistics like you, sworn to protect all. They are, Redfern returns. And that's the mystery. Sandaria was known for being quite liberal and she seemed to have the best interests of the people at heart. But something broke her, drove her over the edge, and she turned evil, unleashing the undead against us. Choose an option: conservative response, liberal response, neutral response? Sounds like a real mess to me, you comment, taking a middle-of-the-road approach to the conversation. The truth is often a mix of both points of view. I will bet mistakes were made on both sides and it didn't have to come to an execution. Well, regardless, the Sislan stepped in after the execution and made Lord Robert a sort of king here in Kathaleen, the wizard continues. That's when Father got involved with the Ultimates and we left for Chagaria. He no longer wanted anything to do with Pyrepa. Redfern then angrily looks away. Let's do an empathy check to see if you can learn a little more about the wizard. Needing a 12 or less from Janet, a 8 was rolled. Success. Studying Redfern and his reaction, you sense that he's holding something back, lying to you about something. While he's yet to open up and explain what ultimately happened to his father, you suspect it wasn't good and you continue to wonder what he's hiding. A cool wind continues to blow here, the heavy chains of the execution stake gently rocking in the wind. You can head west toward the power tower, south toward the Sislan Church, or further southwest back into the heart of the power district. Travel alert: returning to the northern end of bridge, you take a half hour to arrive. The road here leads north into the Kathaleen Power District. You can also proceed southwest over the bridge and back into the city's business district as well. Travel alert: using the road, you travel southwest, taking 10 minutes to arrive. The road Travel alert: returning to the merchant, you take 20 minutes to arrive. The merchant awaits for you to buy and sell any mundane item within the game, a soft smile on her face. Ariana lost 3 gold pieces. In return, Ariana lost 3 gold pieces. In return, she receives 3 rations. Travel alert: using the road, you travel southwest, taking 20 minutes to arrive. Looking about, the blasted main gate lies in ruin here, several soldiers beginning to work on building a new one. The road back to Tobin lies to the southwest while the same road leads northeast deep into Kathaleen. A small trail also leads away to the southeast, a dangerous path that leads to the Evilroot Forest about 3 days away. Travel alert, using the road, you travel southeast, taking 15 minutes to arrive, not immediately obvious from the main gate and the large road heading southwest from which you originally came. This path here leads southeast and is much smaller. Despite its small size, however, hundreds of obvious tracks lie in the path and surrounding mud. A small army of creatures has passed through recently, likely all the undead under the command of the Angel of Death. What seizes your immediate attention is the dark-skinned warrior standing 20 feet away, the fighter's blade secured within its scabbard and his arms crossed against his chest. He's clearly waiting for you. As you approach, you quickly recognize the hero. He's the fighter named Eswin who you met briefly in the marshland southwest of Kathaleen earlier. He is quick to converse with you. I want to join your party. Not ready for such a request, you're a bit dumbfounded at first, as are the rest of your party heroes. Before you can react, however, Eswin continues, his voice strong and fearless. First, let's get something straight, the fighter warns, talking to you but glancing at Redfern. I am Eswin, Sorcerer Slayer, and I will cut all of you to pieces if this wizard shows the slightest hint of evil or corruption. What say you? Choose an option. I don't think so, sure. Why join us? While the possibility to add yet another sword to your party is quite tempting, you can't help but wonder. Unsure of Eswin's true intentions, you then boldly ask why he wants to join you. Because of this. Eswin raises his right arm and shows you his inner palm. There, burned into Eswin's flesh is a blackened image of a skull casting out lightning bolts, an apparent tattoo that is quite disturbing. Let's do a party curiosity check to see if anyone recognizes the significance of the tattoo. Needing a 10 or less from your heroes, a 4 was rolled. Success, Curse of the Dinwirs, Redfern whispers, appalled by the sight. You've been permanently cursed to endure more and more pain with each passing day. Who did this to you? That's none of your business. Eswin snaps, not about to tell his story. But I see us fighting for the same goal, so let's do so together. Fair enough, Redfern responds, his paranoia growing. But if you are a slayer of sorcerers, then am I destined to die at your hand, too? Eswin draws silent, gazing into Redfern's eyes as if to perhaps punish the wizard right here on the spot. The magic user swallows and looks away, certainly intimidated by the stoic fighter. Go ahead and reinvite Eswin to your adventuring party. Welcome Eswin to your party. Eswin is a level 2 fighter and takes his place at your side. Click his profile to learn about him. All of you a bit untrusting of Eswin, he nonetheless turns to lead your party forward, his strength and protection most welcome but his dark secrets his own. Janet, before you leave Kathaleen for the wilderness again, let's check whether all your heroes have enough food and water to safely make the trek to the Evilroot Forest and back, a 10-day journey most likely. Yes, each of your heroes do indeed have at least 10 rations and 10 water skins to begin your trek. Your party is good to go. The road here leads from the Kathaleen city entrance to the northwest toward the Evilroot Forest to the southeast, its border perhaps a 3 days trek away.